Hey guys, Peter here from the Hidden Online Living YouTube channel, and here in this video we are going to be taking a look at a new product called FigZ from Mosh Bari. So keep watching the whole way through this review, and I'm quickly going to give you an overview of the sales page and just give you a rundown of the product features and so forth. Then we're going to dive into the members area, where I'm going to showcase to you a lot of the product features and some of the templates and so forth that it has to offer. And then I will give you a quick overview of some of the product OTOs and upgrades, and along with my honest opinions at the very end, and show you as to why this may not be a suitable piece of software that you should look at if you are really considering wanting to grow your online business. So before we get into it, if you do find content like this here to be helpful, make sure to leave a like on the video, also subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to be updated whenever I release future content, and also feel free to share the video. Also, if you are looking for an honest and genuine way to get started on your own online journey and you want to figure out the steps in which to do so, make sure to check out the link below in the description to find out more. Right, so what is this FigZ platform? Essentially it's an all-in-one, or more to the point, it's a 3-in-1 software as a service business package that literally allows you to have pretty much everything that you need to literally create a business all together in one unique package. So essentially what this will allow you to do, it will allow you to take a lot of supposedly what's entitled or what's entailed with creating an online business and piece it all together in one platform, so that it's supposed to cut down on the need for any excessive work or other needless tools and so forth, so that you can just focus on building your business. So quickly, I'm just going to go on to the sales page, and we're just going to give a brief overview of the product, of what it's entitled and what its features are. So again, as I've always mentioned in my previous videos, again, if you want, I'll leave a link to a playlist of other reviews I've done on my channel explaining a lot of similarities of a lot of these products that I've reviewed in the past. If you watch those videos, you'll see a lot of similarities on these sales pages. They look fancy, they look nice, but they are very, very hypey and salesy. A lot of these things here, they can be very, very misleading to a beginner that's literally new to starting off on these type of platforms, because anyone that actually has a bit of experience and that actually has genuine knowledge in this area of building a business will know that something like this here may not be a suitable option for them, because they've already built up an establishment, they've already built up their brand. A complete beginner coming into the whole internet marketing game won't understand this, and they would probably see this product as a feasible way, and it is a good idea. It would be ideal in an ideal world if something like this here could literally help you get up and running, but I'm going to break that down and to show you as to why it may not work. Just check out the link in the description. You will clearly see a lot of similarities on a lot of these sales pages. They do look very, very similar. They do look nice and fancy, but they are very salesy, and like I said, they do be very misleading. A lot of this stuff here, again, what this product promises, even though it is an all-in-one package, is still going to require a lot of work and investment on your end, and then there's still no guarantee that it's actually going to work. And especially when you're paying a one-time fee on the front end, which is relatively cheap, you do have to remember as well that a lot of these platforms, there's no guarantee that they're still going to be relevant or still even be supported within 6 to 12 months time. So again, you can have a look at the sales page, and it does give you some information. By all means, you can have a look at it and do your research and stuff like that, but just take it with a pinch of salt and just be very, very cautious when it comes to these here, and just really kind of just try and understand it better for your own sake, so that you don't feel like that you're going to be venturing into something that could potentially burn you down the road. So we're quickly going to just jump into the members area of the platform, and straight away it does have nicely laid out. It's cheap, it's cheerful, it's basic, and essentially it just looks the part enough to kind of give you that kind of impression that it should be easy to use. So you have access to important social accounts, like you can add in your YouTube channels if you've got one. You can add it in here on the social accounts tab. So again, if you do have any content, if you have any sort of a channel with videos or something like that, you can import it here. And it's literally like a central hub, supposedly, so that you can literally have everything all that you need in the one place, and that you can literally walk away. Now, it's a cool idea, don't get me wrong, like something like this here would be, in an ideal world, would be a fantastic idea to have everything all in the one place that you could literally just bounce back and forth. But a lot of the times that isn't necessarily always the case, because there's still a lot of other elements that need to be adhered to, and rules and terms and conditions and so forth that you need to be aware of within those platforms. And you still need to go in and access those platforms from their front end to be able to access a lot of the features that may not be available here, that you may not be able to import anyway. So like if you're importing videos, ideally it's better just to go into YouTube anyway. If you've already set up your account, you're probably on YouTube most of the time anyway, as most of us nowadays. If we're not using Google to search for ideas or solve problems, we're searching YouTube, and most of us are on YouTube all the time. So essentially you're going to be spending most of your time on that platform. So something like this here may not be really usable for you. Like for me, with creating my videos, I'm on YouTube all the time. If I'm not searching through YouTube, I'm editing videos on YouTube, I'm updating descriptions, I'm constantly on the YouTube platform. So something like this here for me, I wouldn't need it. But again, it does look pretty cool and fancy, but you'd have to ask yourself if this here would be good for you. But again, the idea of it is to be like a central hub, to have all your, pretty much your eggs in one basket, if you will. So again, here it allows you to also add in your Google app settings. Again, gives you like say different queries and elements that you should be aware of, and you'll have to add in different elements like say API keys. You'll have to add in different pieces of code and so forth. So I will admit, as a beginner coming in, if you're a complete newbie, you will not understand what any of this is, because there's a lot really to take on board. If you have no background in coding, or even what to even look at with code, or with say snippets of code or client IDs and so forth, you will be very overwhelmed. You won't really understand what you need to do. Now again, I know with this, it's trying to maintain that it simplifies the whole process, but there's still no guarantees that all this here is actually going to work. So again, you can check out the channel manager tab. So you can set up different preferences, so you can like and comment on different videos. You can set up subscription campaigns. There's also video manager, playlist manager. You can even upload your videos onto YouTube from here as well. So just click on one of these here and just have a look. So again, it's not really allowing you to do anything at the minute. Now this is a test account that I'm looking at here at the minute. So when you do opt in, if you have decided to purchase the program, or if you have bought it, you will need to set up all these Google app settings on the front end to be able to actually integrate all this stuff. But again, if you're, like I said, if you're an absolute newbie, this here may not be something for you, because again, there's still it can be very fiddly and time consuming trying to figure everything out. If you're just starting out with YouTube, you essentially don't need to use any of this. If you're using YouTube as your main platform for your business, you don't need to worry about any of this stuff here, because YouTube will do a lot of the stuff for you. And again, like there's loads of tutorials online. You will find tons of tutorials even on YouTube. There's loads of courses anywhere online that will show you exactly what you need to do. So we'll have a look here at the template manager. So here it has access to a couple of different templates, but all they are is auto comment and auto reply templates. Now in some cases they can be usable, but ideally you don't want to have just generic comments always being auto generated, because sometimes that can be quite spammy on your account, and that's not something you really want to get involved with on your channel. Because you'll notice that a lot of times when you do get familiar with YouTube, when you started out, you have a tendency, no sooner have you uploaded a video, you start to get a lot of spam type of comments, and they're just generic comments that lead nowhere, and they either have links to things, but you know yourself not to click on them, so you just don't. So something like this here would do that, but you kind of want to stay away from it. Now you could set up a proper preference one and actually have something just as a generic one, but you don't want to get caught up in that. You want to actually take the time out to actually go through the comments. I know there'll be a lot of them, but if you do see comments that are worthwhile replying to, just take the time out and actually go and respond to those people individually, because at least they know that the person, that the comment they're getting is actually from someone actually taking their time and actually making the effort to respond to them in a organised fashion. And again, that will actually help you increase your engagement, but it also helps you to build rapport with your followers as well, so that they will actually be able to engage with you more over long term. And essentially that's what you want when you're building your business. So here you have access to search engine, so you can literally set up different search preferences for your channel, your videos, your playlists. And again, you can't really do anything with this here until you've actually set up your whole Google App API settings. So a lot of this here, until you've actually done anything like that here, when you're going back to your social accounts and your Google settings accounts, you can't even use the platform until you've actually done all that. But the thing is as well is the one thing it has to say now, it doesn't really show you where, you know, if you're a complete beginner coming into this platform, it does not show you, so far from what I've actually seen, there's no way of knowing how to actually get API keys, client ID, client secret. Where do you actually get it from? You know, you'd need to have some sort of training tutorial or something there that actually show you. There's no way of actually knowing, and like I said, if you're a complete beginner, you will not understand this at all. You will be completely overwhelmed. There's no way of actually being able to, for you to figure this out. So it's just something to be aware of, just if you are looking at it. So again, you have a keyword finder, and again, that's to say, with all these other tools, even just looking at them, again, they have all their own features. The keyword finder obviously allows you to find other keywords and tags and so forth that you can put them into your videos. But again here, because until you set up your Google app settings and API settings, you can't use any of these here anyway, so it's actually no good to you. Unless you know how to set it up, there is no possible way that you can get it to work. If you do happen to understand how to get those things working and find your client keys and so forth, you can be able to use these tools, but if you are an absolute beginner, you will not know how to do this. So as for the same for the rest of these tools, all these here have their own kind of unique preferences. So again, auto reply, there's rank tracking, so it allows you to track where your videos are ranking in the search results. And again, now there's nothing here at the minute, but if you did have a video, it would give you all the unique kind of stats, statistics, and whatever other elements that you need to be aware of. But again, you can just go into your YouTube dashboard and search under the analytics tab, and it tells you everything you need to know anyway. So this here now is a link wheel. So from looking at this here, allows you to create a campaign. Again, I can't use this at the minute because again, it's coming back to what I said previously. Ideally, I'd imagine what that's actually going to do is that's actually going to allow you to set up specified links that you can use, like say affiliate links or whatever. But again, you do need to be careful with that because you don't want to go around spamming your links everywhere either, because that can get you in trouble. So then obviously this here is for the agency license, so that's one of the upgrades. Again, you won't be able to access this at the minute unless you were to buy into the OTO, so user manager and sales page and so forth. Now essentially what it's giving you here is, it says it's a 3-in-1 software, but from what I can see, it's very, very basic. There's not a lot you can do here that you can't do on YouTube, and essentially this only really primarily looks like it's based around YouTube and nothing else. There's no other social media accounts, and it's saying that it does allow you to do like, so say upload your videos, do all your features and elements and stuff that you need to do, but you can do all that in YouTube anyway. I do it every day. Every video, this video I'm doing, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing with. You don't need a software to do that, because you're on YouTube. If you're using YouTube as your main source for your business, you're on the platform the whole time. Something like this here is not really going to be helpful to you, and to be honest, from what I've seen here, it is very basic. There are a lot more tools and helpful features on YouTube that will actually get you to see more. And again, there's loads of extensions that you can download. Like say you have vidIQ, there's TubeBuddy, there's loads of different extensions that will actually show you different other features, like helpful, like rank statistics, where your videos are ranked, even the keywords, the tags that you use, how good they're going to rank, or where the estimates are of where they're going to rank. And again, you can get these on the Google Chrome store, or you can find links on their websites. I have a link down to TubeBuddy down in the description. You can go and check that out as well, and you can get that set up. And again, you can set them up for free, and you can pay for upgrades if you want to unlock other features, but it's totally up to yourself. And again, a lot of the stuff on YouTube, like I said, with the tools is free, so you don't really need something like this here. This here is very basic at its best. Move on, and we're going to have a rundown of the OTOs. So like the front end product for this software is $17, and the price is supposed to go up, so eventually it'll go up to $27. Then it moves on to OTO 1, which is the unlimited bundle, is $39, so essentially that unlocks everything. Then OTO 2, $97, supposed to be a conversion booster, which again is supposed to help you increase engagement on your channel or whatever the business type that you have going on the platform when you set it up. Then there's OTO 3, it's $57, it's unlimited traffic, so it's supposed to allow you to get more traffic. But to be honest, YouTube's a search engine anyway. It's always going to be with traffic, and if you do your videos and your content in the right way and have the right product descriptions or keyword descriptions, and they're relevant to your content, eventually your videos are going to rank. And the thing is, when you're starting out, one thing you do have to be aware of is when you're starting out in a new channel, your videos may not rank straight away. It can take a while for that to work. It's just something to be aware of. So again, you move on to the fourth OTO, OTO is $97, so it's pretty much all in one. It unlocks pretty much everything. The fifth one is $77, reseller rights, you can resell it as your own. Again, OTO 6 is $39, Gold Miners Club. I'm not really sure what that is, if I'll be totally honest. Again, there must be some sort of membership or whatever that they have going on. And then the last one, number 7, is $599 with a downsell of $399. So it's white label. Again, I'm not really too sure what that is. Again, that must be a whole all-in-one package, putting piecing everything together. But essentially, from playing around with the software and actually having a look at it, it's very basic. Yes, it's fancy and it looks okay, and in an ideal world, having something like that all in one place would be a cool idea, but you don't really need it, in my opinion. Like, everything that's on this here you can do on YouTube anyway. Once you get the ins and outs of figuring out what to do with YouTube, you'll learn all that stuff anyway. And again, there's no training here that really kind of shows you how to use the platform. So again, trying to figure out everything if you're an absolute beginner, you will be left with a lot of questions and you'll be lost. You will actually be lost. And like I mentioned, when you're starting a new channel, there's no guarantees that you're going to get instant traffic or an instant surge of results. Sometimes you might get lucky, but that doesn't happen that often. Like with my own channel as an example, it took the guts of 3 months for my channel, for my videos to even start ranking. I was getting next to no views on my videos at all, and I constantly kept doing it because I had to think long term. That's essentially what you have to do with a business like this. There's no instant gratification, there's no instant results. It takes a lot of time, a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, and a lot of having to fight with yourself every day because you're not seeing the results you want, and question yourself wondering, is it actually the right thing for you? But if you stick with it, it will work. As long as you're doing things and you're believing what you're doing, it will work. But having a platform like this here may not be a suitable option for you, because everything that's on this here you can do on YouTube anyway. And like I said, it's going to take time. So ideally, I wouldn't look into buying any of these here, because I think it's just going to be a waste of money and you'll only be wasting a lot of your time. That money can be better spent elsewhere on better products, services, even training services. I actually use a training service myself, a complete program with step-by-step training that shows you actually physically how to set up a YouTube channel and shows you exactly what you need to do. Again, jump on the link in the description and you can have a look at it for yourself, because it actually shows you exactly what you need to do to get everything set up on YouTube, and it will teach you more than what's actually here, and it actually genuinely works. So in my opinion, this product, even though it is a cool idea, but how can you get this to work? There's no real ways of knowing if this can actually be useful for you to drive traffic. Yes, it does YouTube, but there's no ways of really knowing if you'll actually get your videos to rank, because you don't know what way the platform is going to be used, whether it's going to be going through this platform. You're better just to go to YouTube and set everything up through YouTube and do it the normal way, and then just work at it until you start to see the results, which is going to take time, like I said, and effort. But you'll get there as long as you're willing to put the work in. So my recommendation would be to stay away from something like this and to avoid it, and to look elsewhere. And again, like, to set up a YouTube channel, it's free. You don't need to buy any software to set up a YouTube channel anyway. All you need is an email account. That's all you need to get you started. So that's it for this review of FigZ. And I really do hope it's given you some idea of just what to be aware of when you're looking at platforms like this. I know they do have cool ideas and they do kind of capture your imagination, but that's usually what happens with platforms like this, is they are aimed at beginners, because beginners wouldn't really know. I know myself, I fell into this as well when I first started out, but I know myself now what to look out for, so that's why I'm doing these reviews, to hope that to guide people on the right path instead of making the wrong choices that can potentially hurt them in the future. So if you have found this video to be helpful, make sure to leave a like. Also, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to be updated whenever I release future content, and also share the video. And again, if you are looking for an honest and genuine way to get started on your own online journey and you want to figure out the steps to do so, make sure again to check out the link below in the description to find out more. And as always, I will see you in the next one.